okayfm 101.7.
Yango Honorable Ras Mubarak. Na we former MP for Kumbungu. Na minua osaye nsentroni nti e babrofo pa de amasa he obekọ wachi. Honorable Mwaje.
So na onga se ebatwi so abekatwi pa.
Abetwi so katwi pa.
Otufo nana.
Ai, otufo nana pa. Eyi, mini wa fa laji cruiser. Yedi nkoma no se kwame. Yeni ayeti alaba hari nyina no. Yedi ye nuanu otumfuo. Mi se mi nuanu me ko wa me makokoko. Na muna muri amusimu asante fo mukura mu ba abra amubre mesu and was bibi to otumfo sesi ya ne yefre yen ansa na ejire mu aba. Oh, that is the beauty. Na because o ka say yes o hini bi okumase na sabre ohino no na ba ko di sika na ba ko di nipo nipa
in the 90s.
In the 90s. Easy. Oh, you were one beautiful country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beautiful country.
The diversity is what makes our country very, very rich and admirable.
Yeah, very admirable.
We need to keep united.
Yes. Now, what do you be on Facebook? I would say well shocked. A shake-up in the leadership of the NDC in Parliament would do a world of good, a radical alternative. Now, and as Sammy Gyamfi so they. Another write-up be enso aba ande de nkofo krase anu o shintichina krase obebe studio ni atwe enkomo na me se de wo kan wo de betwi mu a wo se asem bi onwonwo pa ndemom se leadership wa ewo NDC in Parliament no se wo mo sakra mu a ebeboa papa eri na Honorable Ras Mubarak ehu
comment se okobo match na match no ankoyia ultimately nsesane ebia o defender na obotu no na omoni and I said the obofo na omoni and I said what attackers ko na omoni nti no ultimately shuffle team no ema e big omoni ema be so eko mechi and over the event of no ahomachene enwechi na choa your party lebu no bebre abo your friends say they've been disappointed by the outcome of the election on the floor of Parliament yesterday. Oh yes, and this is not just NDC members. Kwame Miankasa hand on heart. Oh, can you mean him the crescent? Nominees such as Hawa Kumsin, whether they actually cut it for the job, I'm sure you would speak truth to power. So people have been very disappointed, especially the number of NDC MPs are more eto aba emano. And they expected a different outcome. We all expected a different outcome.
Maybe they saw something at Minumi and
well, there had been a position of the party, and the position had been that Ohe said that Yekunkum among for during the elections, people lost their lives. People are living with the scars. There are families, whose livelihoods have been changed all of a sudden simply because of those events. Ohe Yensema MP before Chimchi, Edeji Abana, and the rest of it. The hounding of some NDC appointees and the rest of it. They expected, say, so most of the ever Parliament, and the Quanswa. They expect some firmness on the part of the NDC in Parliament. But unfortunately, that was not what happened. And that accounts for the groundswell of disappointment by your party supporters. Kwame, but that does not give a obia quine say or the Speaker of Parliament in a form.
One more say, one more argument in the say. Speaker of Parliament, we in the Speaker of Parliament now. Where you NDC Nyama
I would address that.
Okay.
I would address that.
Okay.
I would address that.
Okay.
Speaker of Parliament, chairperson or Otinejo. Into who so one for your see year. Had a abana bogo to a speaker na saw NDC funds and said omonkoto abandoning the manner they did. At the committee level, what happened? Kwame Bisa almost said at the committee level they were supposed to vote on the nominees. Did they vote on the nominees? Did the NDC people who were on the committee insist that they should vote? They didn't vote. And to one constitute you as a minority caucus. An officer of the party sitting at the national headquarters cannot blame the Speaker of Parliament. But let me even get into it.
Argument the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament could have hastened slowly, saying Kobetimia postponing pending the outcome of the Supreme Court petition.
Pending the outcome of the Supreme Court petition. Now that is Parliament an appendage of the Supreme Court now?
Almost say, but here you are. Some more two almost abandoning Nipanwa, and in their Supreme Court to say
it's a very weak argument. There are 3 institutions of state. OKFM, Musista Station, any Need FM. Do you run your program based on what Need FM is doing? And on what Peace FM is doing. But you also have your unique way of running your program.
Yes.
Kwame, the issue is that the fact that NDC for more parliament, some of them a disappointed party, and just say, any officer of the party can get up and start insulting the speaker and start insulting Muntaka and start insulting Aruna. That is disrespectful. That is a language unbecoming of a national officer of the NDC. You can't do that. The sacrifices that those people have made for the, for our party.
There's a comments are free. Sammy or say members of Parliament, including the Speaker, I'll let His Excellency Dr. Muhammad down. Was so letting it down, pa.
Also, I'll let it down.
The members of Parliament, Emma, one more legit class, binum, that the Yamo Musiko said then.
No, the truth is, everybody is disappointed. That is a fact. Every member of Parliament, every member of the party is disappointed by the outcome. But Kwame, you shouldn't miss the point. And I have called publicly for some changes in the front bench, either partially or fully. Either say 5, it will be free, man, as will be free. That is a decision after Parliament. But say the homonym A form. Say what he wrote is complete insult. And we take strong exception to that. Kwame, the kinds of sacrifices that people like Backbin has made to the NDC.
Oh, sir.
Do you know what it takes to keep a seat like Asawasi in Kumasi, in the heart of Ashanti region? In Kumasi, do you know what it takes to keep a seat like that? And to call Muntaka a traitor? And to call Haruna a traitor, and to call the Honorable Backbin a traitor. I mean, that is disrespectful of the highest order. So yes, you can disagree, and as I have, on the matter of principle, and the principle is that the NDC minority in Parliament, as far as I'm concerned, had a wrong strategy going into it, and they've let their supporters down. And for which reason, some of us think, there has to be a partial or a full a reshuffle of the front bench. But it doesn't give anybody the right to go and insult them in the manner that the National Communication Officer has. And Kwame, in any case, who is saying that national executives are absolved of blame? The house cleaning that the rank and file of the party is calling for now. It starts from Parliament. It will go through all the stages of the party. And the Parliament don't call no disappointing the rank and file. Even at the national level, at the regional level, at the constituency level. But we know because the Parliament there now and people are expressing their anger. It is justified. It is what I call righteous indignation. Your members, Omudika, but Kwame Sebe, so be our some party, somebody like Backben from Revolution days, and you have a national communication officer who doesn't accord him that respect.
Oh, my main kind words no or say, comrades, the betrayal we have suffered in the hands of the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Abansumana Kings of Bagman, the leadership of the parliamentary group, particularly Honorable Haruna Idrisu and Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, and dozens of our own MPs, is what strengthens me to work hard for the great NDC to regain power. They brazenly defied the leadership of the party and betrayed the collective good for their selfish interest. And we must not let them succeed in their parochial quest to destroy the NDC, the party that has done so much for them and all of us. The shame they have brought on the party will forever hang like an albatross around their neck. He
owes the Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Sumana Backben an apology. He owes the Honorable Minority Leader an apology. He owes the Honorable Muntaka an apology. It is unacceptable language. The party, I implore the national chairman to put his foot down. You can't expect discipline in the party with this kind of incendiary language against people who have put their party. No. Now, Alban Bagbin Omre, Honorable Muntaka, do you know what it takes to keep a seat?
Easy.
Especially in Ashanti region. Do you know what it takes? To keep a seat for the NDC, not as an independent, for the NDC. Does he understand what it takes? Does he understand the workings of Parliament? So if MPs have disappointed, they at the national level should take the blame as well. It is not just the MPs who have disappointed. And people are waiting for them. National elections, people are waiting for them.
Hey!
People are waiting for them.
There should be a shake-up.
I am of the view, sir, there has to be a radical overhaul of the party from constituency, because the way the party is running, we are disappointing our rank and file. We are disappointing our rank and file. We've lost 2 elections we should never have lost. Okay? And among for BP, people have lost resources, the time, the energy, and for what? And as the executive member does not have the moral authority, to question the credibility, of sitting members of Parliament, especially in the way and manner that, the communications officer has. I take strong exception to that kind of language. And I think, sir, he owes them an apology.
Okay.
And I would call on the national chairman, why apologize more. They should suspend him.
Hey! Why would suspend him?
They should suspend him to instill discipline in the party. Kwame, do you know what Bagbin has done for this party?
I want more, but say be an issue.
Do you know what Honorable Muntaka has done for this party? Do you know what Haruna has done for this party? Do you know what their sacrifices at the peril of their lives? Please. And that's what I'm saying. Look, we are all disappointed. And there has to be a house cleaning. And that house cleaning has to start from Parliament. It has to go through the branches, through the constituencies, through the regions, and to national. That has to happen. We want to win power. We want to win power. But we can't win power with this kind of attitude. Of such gross disrespect.
Now,
people who have made enormous sacrifices to our party.
He was also saying it on the tangent. Say, one, nipa ni bi wa collectively party ni ye say, ye ba on the plenary, ye be reject one. Na more members of parliament ni bi bi no to say ye reject the nomination of Minister for Information, Honorable Howard Kumsen, and Agric Minister. No, na mo makwa to ama wo. Na just a money just a ye konsu ana musumo twa de nto na ewie.
Very good. And he said, okay, if you have to all you do is to call for a change of, the leadership in Parliament.
Okay.
But you don't impugn their integrity. Integrity is not something that you sell in the market too. Integrity. Se obisu na odina beto abonte na o kan sema you can't say you hold to it and you can't even prove it. Some of them even border on libel. Because you can't say prove why you can't prove it. 21 NDC members went and voted for Howard Kumse. Munta can go to 21 times now. Is it Haruna who went and voted 21 times? Is it the speaker who went and voted 21 times? There's a leadership failure. We all understand there's a leadership failure. And that is why some of us have boldly called for some changes in the leadership. But you don't, Oko Bomach, Kotokone has. Let's say, players not born here. Do you go about insulting them in the manner that he has?
Debbie.
Now, and on Oko, would it encourage them to play better?
No.
But you can propose changes. You can call for changes. Say, match your boy, number 8, yeah, man, 6 and the ball 8 and 8 go ball 6 and I'll cut to chair. I don't work. It's making progress.
Now,
we would not sit down. Some of us would not sit down and watch elders of the party disrespected in the manner that Sammy has. We won't.
Now, Mammy for William Crocra. We are Kwakugu Moshe 2024, the candidature of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Nipa be say definitely as I say papa no I can 4 years utu anu kom edi free or 4 years in the utimi edie ebi no so there be and ye propose changes papa no so bi no so there be one ton no papa they say we about 2024 kra we hia bibia poster kra we hia sa argument we poster dey say
well yakọ Supreme Court unfortunately Adiana Yahushan Supreme Court. President Mahama obviously will need some time to reflect, as I said, on the way forward. And I think we have to accord him that respect as the individual who led us in the elections in 2020 to reflect on what he was, his best line of action. That we must give to him. Ubi Samia. There's nobody in the history of Ghana, in the Fourth Republic, who has been a new candidate while winning presidential. There's nobody. At least you need some marketing. As I said, you're talking about for winning. That is a fact. President Kufuor ever tried the first time, and I miss her. Second time,
when
President Mills tried the first time, even as certain vice president. Second time, third time, second time, 2008. President Akufo-Addo, primaries, he lost against President Kufuor, and then he lost against President Mills, and then he lost against President Mahama, and then he got it again. So on that basis, the argument holds that indeed, you need to market somebody for some time before Ghanaians can actually buy into that person. And President Mahama is obviously a known face. And not only is he a known face, but he has delivered as president. Yet in the record, at 2-2, now clearly, President Mahama has performed far better on any score. And no, you could say he's a safer pair of hands, and I say he's a safe bet than to bring someone you would struggle to market. And don't forget, say this is the last term of President Akufo-Addo area. In 2024, MPP the new candidate ever. I don't see anyone from the MPP, whether say Alan and I say Baumia, the person would lose the 2024 elections. So we are here to do the normal year. So we are here to take the bold decisions that we have to take from branch level through to national and the parliamentary caucus. If we take those bold decisions and do what is right, and in the long term, Kwame, emphasis on the long-term interest of the party, not the short-term interest of the party, I think we're good.
No, that's the Anope.
No, that's it. Let me show you.
So, Honorable Ras Mubarak, and I didn't actually connect was 1%.
okayfm 101.7.